TheSenjuGkage back at it again, bringing you my Naruto Gaiden Chapter 2 review. And at the first part of Chapter 2, I was a little hype because I saw Sasuke fighting the boy with the Sharingan, but then I got a little sad, and here's why. So that would be a good moment to see an animation, right? Sasuke doing all the moves with his sword, the boy with the Sharingan showing off some moves. But it's like at the same time, I thought about how Naruto anime is currently going, and you got these long fillers. And it's like it'll be like at least 2 years before we even get to this point in animation. So it made me a little sad. Then we got this boy with the Sharingan, right? So I'm thinking, at first I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, where does this boy come from? And he's actually fighting not bad against Sasuke. Of course, Sasuke is not using his full power. He's just fighting using his sword. So when the boy with the Sharingan reports back to this person in his robe, the first thing I'm looking at is, on a part of the robe, you can see a little, like half of an Akatsuki cloud. So now I'm thinking, is this person from the Akatsuki? Did he like die and then have some plan in place where if he died, he could find a way to come back to life? But then at the same time, like that really sounds a lot like Madara. I hope that Musashi isn't like repeating the same story just with a different person, because that would be kind of boring. Then we got the boy actually talking, and he doesn't really talk in like complete sentences, so it's got me thinking that he's not really, you know, a boy. He's really like early experiment, a prototype, if you will. So now it's like, who created the prototype? Did the person in the robe create the prototype boy with the Sharingan, or is the person in the robe simply a puppet or like a pawn to in the grand scheme of things of whoever the new main antagonist is going to be in like the next Naruto series once it begins after this Naruto Gaiden spinoff ends. Then we got Sarada, and she's going around asking Medic Ninja Shizune what happened with her birth. She's now see here's the thing. Last week I was like, you know what? It's looking like Sakura may not be the real mother of Sarada, right? You know, Sarada looking like Cotton. Then they got the same glasses. But then at the same time, you know, there was a little part of me that was saying, well, maybe Sarada is just looking like Sasuke, and then she, you know, needed some glasses and she just happened to look like Cotton, or look a little bit like Cotton when she put on glasses, versus when she don't have on glasses, she may look like Sasuke. But then it's like, when Sarada said she checked the birth records and there was no record of her birth in Konoha, I'm like, okay, Sakura, you the side chick. You are the side chick. And now it's like Sarada is following Naruto and Shikamaru. I'm like, okay, so a 12-year-old is following the Hokage and his advisor. You can't tell me that Naruto doesn't know that a 12-year-old is following him. Especially after Choji's daughter ends up like following Sarada, that's following Naruto. So you can't tell me, like, come on, man. Come on. You got two 12-year-olds following you, like, why? What you doing? I know I said that 3 times, but that's like, I don't know, man. Like, Naruto wants to go to Orochimaru's place. He wants to meet up with Sasuke. So that's like some top secret mission type stuff, right? So you can't like head out there and have two 12-year-olds following you. And then it's like this person in this robe that sent the boy with the Sharingan out to fight Sasuke. It's like Sasuke is half of the Rakuto Sennin, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got the Rinnegan, he got the Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto is the other half with the vitality and energy and life force and whatnot. So what were you hoping to accomplish by sending the boy with the Sharingan out to fight Sasuke? Because the boy reported back to the person in the robe and was like he's good and whatnot, right? Well, of course he's good. He was one of the 2 strongest ninja in the universe like 10 years ago after he finished fighting Naruto. And now him and Naruto have both matured over the years, so not only have they presumably gotten more powerful with their powers and got more control over their powers and developed new techniques and whatnot, they've also matured mentally, right? So Naruto may be still somewhat hot-headed and stubborn and whatnot, but We can also assume that since Naruto has finally become the Hokage, he has gained more control over his emotions and has learned to analyze the battle even more so than he did 10 years ago, and not let his emotions take control over him or over his actions, right? And then Sasuke was always or already the calculating one. So what in the world are you hoping to accomplish by sending that boy with the Sharingan after Sasuke? How are you going to defeat Sasuke, like, in the first place? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. They're the two most powerful. Who can be created, or what organization can be created to pose a real threat to Naruto and Sasuke? So if they can't pose a threat to Naruto and Sasuke directly, they may do something to try to shake up the current power structure and the current relations between Konoha, the Village of the Sand, and so on and so forth. That's the only way, that's the only thing I can see so far. So in the end, we got a boy with a Sharingan that looks like he's a created experiment or a prototype. We got Sarada finding out that her birth was not recorded in the Konoha records. We got Sakura looking even more like a side chick. We got Kaden looking like she got it in with Sasuke at some point in time, 10 years ago, or 12 years ago, depending on how old Sarada really is. We got a person in a robe that's got an Akatsuki cloud, so they might be a past Akatsuki member coming back to life somehow, some way in the ninja world. Or they might be someone that knew a past Akatsuki member, and once they found out that Akatsuki member died, they vowed to take revenge on the person that killed that member. So it's a lot going on in this chapter. It's a lot of questions raised. It's a lot of scenes set forth that can be a foundation for the overall story arc of the next Naruto. So what did you think of the chapter? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more Naruto manga reviews. Until next week, TheSenjuGkage, baby. And that's how we do it. Sakura, you are the side chick.